Howdy folks, Grebner here with Grebner Outdoors, and tonight we're going to be making marinated venison chops. For starters, we're going to need about a half a pound of venison loin in butterfly chops. We're going to need yellowtail merlot. We're going to need some London pub vinegar, some soy sauce, some thyme, McCormick Cajun breading, smooth, and some Uncle Ben's wild long grain rice. So firstly, by the way, we're also going to need a plastic bag. Firstly, we're going to put these butterfly medallions into the bag like that. Now we're going to get our measuring cup. We're going to put in the yellowtail, which don't cook with a wine you won't drink. We're going to put in a cup of the merlot into this. Now we're going to take our vinegar. Now, because this pub vinegar is really strong, it's apple malt vinegar, we're not going to put too much in here. And I'm basically just going to eyeball it to a third cup. And because venison doesn't have any marbling, that's why we're using a really acidic marinade. Of course, our venison is aged venison because we hang it after I shoot it. We hang it for a couple of days before we cut it up. And so to give it kind of a smoky flavor and a little bit of teriyaki, now I'm going to put in a third cup of soy sauce into this as well. Shake this up to blend it around. And get the air out and seal it and make sure that it's all submerged in here. And now I'm going to leave this out here in the garage for probably 45 minutes to an hour to marinate and soak. It'd be better to do and leave it overnight, but you know, I don't feel like waiting. I had to wait an entire season to get this buck, and so I'm impatient on eating him. And to do the cooking, we're going to be using a Fry Daddy. So we got our rice cooking and we got our venison marinating. Now we're going to open up the box of the breading. And we're going to put that in a bowl. We're just going to basically eyeball how much we need. And this is the Cajun breading, so to avoid getting things too spicy, I'm not going to add any seasoning to it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to add in some ground thyme into the breading, just so that I get a real aromatic scent when that thyme hits the hot oil. Okay guys, so it's been about 2 hours now. I decided to get a little bit of patience. So now I got my tongs and some paper towels. I'm just going to take the venison out of the marinade. Like I said, normally you can do this for 24 hours and really infuse it hardcore. And I'm putting it on paper towels, and I've got the grease heating up in the Fry Daddy. So we got our Cajun breading here, and we've got our butterfly deer chops. I've got some thyme in the breading, and I'm just going to coat this in the breading just as you see. So the grease is all nice and hot. So we're going to do something classically Tex Grebner. We're going to take something that's pure and healthy like venison, and we're going to deep fry it. And we're just basically going to flash cook them in this hot oil. So they've been in here for about 2 minutes here in the Fry Daddy, getting a little crispy, and so I'm just going to bring these out here. So I got my Uncle Ben's wild rice here. Going to just take and throw a couple of these on here, just like that. Very, very tender, very, very juicy. Don't even need a fork. Crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. I got my wild rice here with it. Tastes absolutely amazing. So, hope you enjoyed watching. Hope this recipe does good for you guys too. As always, God bless all my Ted Nugent blood brothers and sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. Thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.